looks like it's time for service. I got a boiler not starting, and I also got a rattling motor, so I'm just going to call this one in, but I think that I could actually replace the capacitor on this motor here, but because I have the other motor rattling, I'm not going to do it. But when I turn this on and I turn up the thermostat in order to get it to call for heat, you'll hear it buzz real bad. Show you real quick. Blower's not starting, so I'm just going to turn it off and call it in for service. Normally I would just fix this, but because I have a number of other issues going on and it's just due for some good boiler maintenance service, I'll go ahead and call it in and get this repaired. But I think replacing that capacitor would do it in order to start the motor for the blower. Anyway, but I'm due for some good service and a good cleaning. Get it going. Fortunately, I'd get this on a two-stage boiler system, so I have one boiler running and a tank, 150-gallon storage tank, so I should be good. In the meantime, kind of lucky that way. It's a good setup. I get this going.
So good thing I hadn't just replaced the capacitor. It actually turned out to be a faulty pressure sensor, and it was sending a signal back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, on, off, on, off to the blower. And the other boiler was actually keeping up with the heat temperature, so but eventually it wore out the blower, so even replacing the capacitor wouldn't have done it. It actually needed a new pressure switch. I also replaced the pumps, which had a lot of wobble to them, and as well as replaced the flame rod sensor, which was way bent, so I had those replaced. I had the boiler cleaned out. Everything's running great now. Nice hot water again.